Welcome to the fucking podcast.
Oh yeah, man. What's up, man? I didn't have a funny voice this time.
All right, fucking Planet,
I was gonna
Planet Dumb. This is the real episode fucking 3. I know I said last time was episode 3, but that was episode 2. Now this is episode 3. Real quick, want to get some business out of the way. You could get episodes a week early, patreon.com/planetdumb. Also now available on all platforms where you can enjoy podcasts on.
Nice. Sorry.
Businesses.
We should go to the shooting range.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately after this,
what?
actually.
Can you?
Yeah, there's one that's open. You want
I'm
to go
like
shooting
already started drinking.
range? Yeah, well, just don't tell them you're drunk.
They're gonna give me a breathalyzer.
Then you can't tell. I can't tell that you're drunk.
True.
I cannot tell that
Big
you're drunk.
facts.
Dude.
What?
That's what everyone always tells me. I'll be like, man, I'm fucked up. And they're like, really? You seem normal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like that might be a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is just my podcast juice. It's not. It's not actually beer.
Get some podcast juice.
Don't ask me what's in this beer bottle. I don't know. Fucking so Trump didn't get impeached.
He didn't get impeached.
He got
again.
acquitted.
That's a good one, dude.
Trump got acquitted, which is. I don't know that I'm even surprised.
I'm not.
But I don't know. I didn't watch. Was there like what his lawyers just gave a really good case or what happened?
Dude,
I didn't really see why.
You're gonna.
Although I'm not surprised.
They said basically they needed it couldn't just be a majority vote. It had to be 60. They had to get 60 votes to impeach him.
Why?
I don't know.
Just randomly. Who decides?
It's just the fucking rules, dude.
Oh, that's like I thought
So
they
it's
decided.
a Senate rule. It's a fucking. I don't know. American politics are fucking dumb, bro. You have the majority. I thought it was some democratic shit, but no, it's the rules. I thought it was like, oh, not enough people voted, but then my sister was like, oh, he didn't get impeached. It was 47 to like 50. It was like 43 to 57 or some crazy shit like that.
57 said no.
No, that's what I thought.
Keep him.
And
57 said yes.
And then he still didn't get impeached again.
Damn, I wonder if they just make it more like of a rigorous process because it's like because he's like
bullshit.
losing his fucking like whatever his presidential benefits.
What's annoying is that like our taxes are gonna pay for his like
I know,
Secret Service and for the rest of his life.
He probably won't be alive that much longer. So
I'm not gonna say it. I almost said it. FBI, just kidding.
just kidding, right? You didn't even say anything. He was kidding about the thought that
that I was going to say right
the thought that crossed his mind. He was just kidding about.
Yeah, I don't know. American politics are very dumb.
That's fucking crazy, though. He's probably like so stoked right now.
I mean, he's still got mad issues. He's probably still going to go to jail. There's a pending court case in New York. And then somebody popped out and said, charge him for insurrection in criminal court because...
Charge him for giving me an erection.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. So that happened.
Man. No, that is a big, big thing, man. This is crazy. They're trying to do a federal assault weapons ban.
Really?
Yeah, so, hey, go get those guns, bro.
Go get those assault weapons.
Those assault weapons.
What assault weapons are you allowed to have? It's state by state, I guess, though, right?
It's state by state, but most states, it's like, shit, basically anything, bro, except for California, New York, and like a couple others. But, I mean, as long as it's not literally a machine gun, I think you can have...
Like
and some states straight up let you have machine guns.
Like an M16 or something?
Like M16s or AR-15, which is the most popular one, AKs and shit.
That doesn't even seem like it would be like a viable option for like defending your home.
It honestly wouldn't because, look, you're coming from somebody who knows about gun shit. Like, if you're shooting a fucking straight up like AR in your fucking house or like an AK, especially an AK-47, you're gonna fucking straight like shoot through your fucking walls and then kill like your neighbor probably.
Yeah, and also isn't it just like you just like waking up and someone broke in your house and you just have to pick up this huge
big ass
and just blast.
Yeah, pistols are way more practical for real because you could just pick that joint up and boom, 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 boom. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of shooting,
I mean, I got a thing.
Speaking of shooting shit up, we were listening to some Puddle of Mud.
Yeah,
the other day.
That's good. Right.
What else? Trapped?
I wasn't trapped. It was Breaking Benjamin.
No, it was 3 Days Grace.
It was 3 Days Grace.
What was that song?
I don't know.
I hate everything. Yeah, that yeah. That song is pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't it funny that we thought it was like 3 different bands right now, and they all sound this.
They're all
like the
same.
fucking same band, dude. That's when new metal got shitty, and then it was like this kind of like
it was just like all the labels started signing because they could like squeeze one popular song out of each of those bands, and then that's it. And then they all like got into meth and just like spiraled out of control.
They would do like the county fair circuit in like the South and the Midwest and shit. It's a trip, man. Before the internet, you could just be like a fucking rock star, mad easy. You feel me? Like, because all those fools look so whatever. Like, if you look at their videos and shit, and you look at them, they just look like mechanics at like AutoZone and shit. Not AutoZone, like a Jiffy Lube and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I guess
regular
like
ass fools.
Yeah, videos weren't as prevalent, I think.
Nah,
then
they were.
Yeah, but what was it like? You either had MTV or VH1, and not everyone even had that.
Yeah,
so
your video had to get played. It had like they would dump money in it.
But I feel like that mostly they were getting like I can't even talk right now.
Drink some more podcast juice. It's gonna help you.
Like radio play was the big thing, though. Yeah.
Yes, I mean I think. If you look at streaming, is basically radio play. It was like shit like that, like spins. They
I
were
feel like
looking for spins.
you'll get more spins on like Spotify or something.
Yeah, it was a trip. Like I'm kind of
on the radio. I guess unless they count every person listening to the fucking radio.
The way they pay it out in streaming though is like way dumber because I think for spins you get like straight up 10 cents per like spin.
Versus, on the radio?
Yeah, versus like. You get like 10 cents for every like 1,000 plays on like streaming. It was some shit like that. I don't know the metrics really. Like I don't.
I think it's something. It's something like
similar,
that.
right?
I think you get like 0.001 per Spotify.
Per Spotify.
Yeah. They
said that
on podcasts you get 0.
You get 0,
which is why you should get on our Patreon.
Yeah, actually, it's a good commercial. What's the one that Jay-Z has?
It's a title
pays like 0.006 or something like that, which is
title fight
better. Yeah, title fight. It's better, but it's still like I feel like you should get like 0.1 at
Nobody
least.
uses that though. I'm on Deezer actually.
Deezer?
You guys use
the fuck Deez nuts? Deez nuts. I caught it in time. I was like, it's funny because I thought you were serious, and then I was trying to make the
there is one called Deezer though. On God, there's really a streaming application called Deezer.
Well, anyways, like, yeah, Puddle Mud, they had some good... You know who has some good songs and they just get, like, a lot of... Nickelback. They get a lot of hate, but Nickelback has, like, at least 2 good songs.
They got
like at least 2 good songs.
Look at this photograph.
I hate that song.
That song makes me
I like Leader of Men. Or what's the other one? What's the other one?
Leader of Men.
Yeah, that's some shit like that. No, it was some shit like that. What's the other one? The one that they got famous for where he was like, down, down, at the bottom of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
What's that one called?
This is how you
this is how you remind me. Yeah, you should cover that shit.
You want me to cover like, you're always like, you should cover this Puddle of Mud song or like some shit. You always tell me shit like that.
Because it would be funny as hell.
That fool was, he was married to Avril Lavigne.
What a sicko.
They're the top 2 Canadian artists of all time. Of all time.
Yeah.
Besides Justin Bieber.
He's rich, bro. They're rich. Also, he was like an alcoholic. I remember I was watching like those MTV. You remember those MTV shows where they would kick it like with the band? He was getting fucking...
Was he on the show?
Yeah, he was getting fucking sauced, bro. He was like falling over and shit.
No way. Chad Kroger?
Yeah, because he was like, I've been having problems with like drinking and shit. And I was like, dude.
What?
I don't know why, but I think it's because I like to get sauced. When I see people that get sauced and shit or like just turn up, I'm like, fuck with you, bro.
It makes me like them more.
Yeah, it makes me like them more, yeah.
Dude, Steven Seagal is so weird, dude. He like does karate with the most minimal effort.
Yeah, he's straight up bullying like a fucking 5-foot guy right here in this video.
It's crazy because he does like he like barely moves his body at all, but he's doing karate moves.
He has a baton and he went to this guy who's like a police trying to train the police. Well, we should talk about what we're watching. We're watching what's it called? Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal Lawman. Yeah. He basically has been a police officer in New Orleans for like 20 years. Look at him.
He's just manhandling a
I'm gonna
child.
throw some clips in here when I
What the clips go. Basically, he's trying to train these like really fat old cops to do like whatever.
they're old as shit.
What is it, like
too.
akimbo or karate or what the fuck's going on here? He's got a baton. He goes up to one of the cops and he's like, okay, you're gonna grab it, and he like puts it on his shoulder. And then he just slaps the guy on the side of the head. It's like the fucking stupidest karate
dumb,
ever.
Bro. Like, and he moved his arm like 4 inches to accomplish that move.
There's a lot of my favorite videos on YouTube is like those ones where like it's like fake martial arts. Like it's like fucking this martial arts is so bullshit. It's just like some fucking guy like he'll just grab your arm and like pull you, and then the guy flips, like literally does like a flip.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
It's like so bullshit, dude. Like it's so crazy. Like there's so much bullshit martial arts out there. There's some story that I seen. They talked on like Joe Rogan where it was like Steven Seagal got choked out by a judo master and he shit himself. That's funny, huh? Yeah, he got choked out and he shit himself because like, he was talking all this shit about how he couldn't get choked out. And it was like literally like probably the greatest American judo fucking fighter of all time.
Yeah, that happened to me once. That happened to me once in a bar fight.
You got choked out and you shit yourself?
Yeah.
You're a fucking liar.
I was in the bar and I was bragging about how it was impossible to choke me out. And then I got choked out.
Yeah, Gene LaBelle, bro. Gene LaBelle choked Chris Horsehead out. And he shit himself. It was Gene LaBelle in the bar.
Yeah.
Really, you're Steven Seagal. This is Steven Seagal's podcast. Yeah. Karate is so fucking bullshit, but also cool.
I don't know about this show, man. Anyways.
It's not hitting the way that it should.
It seems racist.
It does. And then it's just like, why is Steven Seagal even here? He's not even arresting anybody.
I don't think he's actually allowed to.
He's a deputy. He literally just shows up to like kick it with these fools while they're doing their job and shit.
You know what's really classy?
Yeah.
Eating your fast food off a plate.
Oh, that's what we're gonna talk about, dude. We totally forgot about eating your fast food.
That's classy, right?
It's fucking sick.
If you get a Wendy's hamburger, bring that bad boy home, bust out the fine china,
right?
Put your little square hamburger on there, and
right. You can put, you know what else you can do when you put it on the plate? You can
put
do that.
Your little sauce on there too.
Yeah, you put the puddle of like ketchup.
puddle of mud, puddle of ketchup.
I do that with like, the only ones I really do it with is like Chick-fil-A because like that shit gets everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like because I put like 3 much sauce on it. Like I'll put like the Polynesian joint on there. I'll put the fucking Mac sauce, which is really the Chick-fil-A sauce. The same thing as Mac sauce. It's just like Thousand Island with like more relish or something.
That's like every the funny shit is like every sauce is just like sauces combined. Like,
yeah.
All right, we're going to take ketchup and mayo and throw some relish in there, and that's Thousand Island.
Yeah,
we're in like, what's like Russian dressing
that's
is
like
why
too,
like
right?
Probably they're all like this.
Russian
the funniest
dressing is
shit.
so good.
Have you seen? I forgot if I ever showed you this, but Tim Heidecker did like a Tim's Kitchen Tips.
No.
And it's like a spoof kitchen show that he makes, but all he makes is sauces. And so he's just like, basically, he's just whipping like fucking like ketchup with mayo and shit like every time. But he when he's stirring it, it goes all crazy, so it flies out of the bowl, and then he just uses his hands to just wipe it off the counter back into the bowl.
Hell yeah, that's sick. That's what I do. I like to just like
cook with your hands.
Right there. That's that Mexican whistle.
You gotta just. It's all about cooking with your hands, being real hands-on, especially during a pandemic.
Yeah. We should try cooking with your feet. I feel like that might work better, right? Your feet are in socks.
Yeah.
They're being protected.
Like stirring shit with a spoon.
What's that movie? My Left Foot or some shit like that? That's an old movie.
My Left Foot? Yeah. I don't know about it.
He's like some fucking guy who has to like use his feet to
to do everything.
To do everything, yeah. I don't really know what it... Dude, this show's racist as hell.
I'm telling you, dog.
What is going on, bro?
Fuck Steven Seagal, dude.
Steven Seagal's a bitch. I could fuck Steven Seagal up, fool.
I thought you were going to say you could fuck Steven Seagal.
I could do that too, man. I could do...
In the ass.
Anything. I could pull it off.
I could do anything I want to him.
I could easily manipulate him. His karate is really no match for my karate.
True. I mean, you're learning Dutch kickboxing.
Nah, I'm learning fucking crazy, bro. I don't know karate. I know crazy. No, just kidding. You know what's wild? You ever heard that fucking the homie Dez? Shout out to Dez. He put me onto
You think
this
this
shit.
dog is being too loud?
Nah, he's chill.
So I got this Pamela Anderson air freshener,
Badass.
Baywatch vintage in the mail. It's really cool.
Well, yeah, we need to
Also-
go to Frankenson's to get Baywatch gear for the fucking, for the man cave.
Yeah, facts.
For your man cave in here.
Oh, I was gonna say, my idea is the sex tape of Tommy Lee,
Yeah.
Pam Anderson. You know the part where he uses his dick to steer the boat?
Yeah.
My idea is that it's like Tommy Lee mixed with Kodak Black, and he pulls his dick out and he's like, "Let me drive the boat," and then he starts steering the boat with his dick.
That's your idea?
Yeah, it came to me in a dream.
The fucking Hollywood producers need to be fucking like knocking on your door, like kicking
Kodak
your door
Lee.
down and shit. Kodak Lee. That's wild, bro. He's free now. Trump freed Kodak Black. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
That is the craziest shit. And Lil Wayne.
I like that song. He said Donald Trump freed me, but my favorite president is on the money. You seen that?
That's fucking fire,
That
bro.
song. He says that on Last Day In.
My favorite Trump fucking pop culture shit is the fact that he like freed ASAP Rocky from like Swedish jail and then
he's, like,
never
president.
got thanked. And he was like mad about it. But what was he? He was like, free Rocky ASAP or something like that. Free him ASAP. And then what was the other shit he said? He was like, man, I would really wish I could remember what the tweet was. That shit was comedy, bro. Kind of miss his Twitter being there, so like I could retweet all the dumb shit he used to say. That was
You
like
wanna spread
mad fucking entertaining.
spread the word.
Yeah. Only he said he
I like
like
the idea of just quote tweeting anything he says and just being like, "Shut the fuck up."
oh my god, bro, so sick. Yeah, that would be badass.
Every time.
Every time.
Imagine if I feel like this probably exists, but imagine if he made some kind of bot
Oh yeah.
that just automatically every
Said,
time he
"Shut the
tweets, just
fuck
quote
up."
tweets it and says, "Shut the fuck up."
You know what the
Imagine how many retweets
man.
that account would get so big so fast.
We lost the. You know what I just realized because when they blocked when they terminated Donald Trump's Twitter, we lost that tweet where he was like, that guy quote tweeted him and was like, "Got good genes from my father. He gave me great dome."
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And then
yeah. What did he say?
That kid quote tweeted it and was like, "Damn, your dad gives you dome."
yeah. I think
And
is
he
that
like
what it was?
responded to it, and he was like, "Yup, great." He was like, "Good genetics" or some shit like that.
Right.
But
Let
we
me
lost
see.
it. If
I
you
know
could
that
find
tweet.
it,
I could
bro.
probably find a screenshot of it though.
Dude, that shit, I cried. I laughed for like at least an hour when it came out. I had to like just keep looking at it.
Well, I can only find the second part of it actually. Let me see. He said his dad gave him good brain.
Oh man!
I can't find the real.
And it was before he was president, right? Or it was during? It was before.
Oh yeah, I can't find the actual tweet,
kid
but there's
dumped on
one,
him.
and some
Yeah.
kid said, "Your dad gives good brain."
There you go. That's the
Damn.
Pause. This dog is barking.
Shut up.
Chris just went and told the dog to shut up. Isn't it funny to tell a dog to shut up? I'll be doing that to my dogs all the fucking
You
time.
have to say it stern.
Yeah, you do. they don't even understand
They don't know the
English.
word, but yeah, if you say it stern.
Dogs should learn English or get out of this country.
He said,
Do you
"Your
think-
dad gives good brain." Damn. And Donald Trump said, "It's
Yeah.
called genes."
There you go. It's called genes.
I wish I could find the original part.
Let's
of
talk
it.
about more pressing matters. Let's talk about how dogs don't speak English and they just freeload and they don't fucking like. Why are they even in this country?
Yeah,
We should get them the fuck
I
out
like
of
dogs, but it's crazy when they get all hyped up, bro. I'm just like, chill out, dude.
Here, get the fuck out of this country.
Take a
Go back to dog land or whatever
take
the
a
fuck
doggy
you're from.
Xanax
Yeah.
and have some red wine, which I put in your bowl.
Hell
A dog bowl full of red wine.
Jesus. Can dogs get drunk?
I'm sure they can. I don't know if we don't condone that.
Yeah. This
just
is all
kidding.
a joking
FBI.
podcast.
This is all satire.
This is a joke podcast and we do satire. Anyways, Donald Trump is not going to jail. I don't think he's going to go to jail.
I feel like dogs would be...
I don't think anyone's going to jail.
I was about to say, dogs would be more annoying if they spoke English.
They would be more annoying.
Or French.
that
would be even worse.
That would be worse, dude. That would be the worst, actually.
Imagine this dog was just speaking French and we had no idea what he was saying.
Just yelling and spitting everywhere and shit.
Oh, oui, oui.
Oh, oui, oui. French people are fucking rude, man. I've never been to France, so I'm just making that shit up.
They are kind of rude.
That's what they be saying about
some of them are nice, though.
Bro, some fools try to rob my mom on a French fucking metro. I would have fucking fired on that fool dead ass if I was there. I would have beat the shit out of him. But I guess he was just chilling there, and then he had like electrocution cables, and then this African lady came. I'm saying African because I don't know what country.
This was in France?
Yeah, it was in France.
What are electrocution cables?
Just like literally like a homemade taser. And then the guy was just like gonna try and rob my mom for like her jewelry and shit. And then the lady was like, yo, don't sit next to him. Like, come with me. She actually spoke English, so like she was able to get my mom out of there and shit. She was like, you have to be very careful. It was like, so this was just robbing people.
They be scamming a lot too. Like one time I was there and there's like, this happens I think in like a lot of places though, but they try to put a bracelet on your hand and they don't say anything, but yeah, once they put it on, then they start pressing you for money and shit.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on. I just didn't want the shitty bracelet, so I was like, nah, I don't want it. Like, and then he's like, come on. And it's like, nah, I don't. Like, why do I want that like Rasta colored bracelet? Yeah. Why would I want that?
Yeah. You just get somebody to like, accuse you of appropriating like Jamaican culture against your will.
I got canceled and robbed.
Bro, what if they like put on that like reggae bracelet and then took a picture of it and they're like, pay up or we're gonna cancel you?
What if instead of a bracelet they put one of those beanies with like dreads coming out the side on you? And then try to ask you for money?
Yeah,
like, dog.
Do they do that in Mexico too? When you get on the bus, there's always some fool that gets up and he's like, he'll just silently walk by and just give you like candy, like
chiclets and shit.
Yeah, or like
I've seen
like
that
a Snickers, but it has like a note around it that's like, oh, I'm deaf, and then they're just like,
oh yeah, they do that. They do that in Europe too.
Yeah,
I can't say the word for the people that do this, but
there's a syndrome for fucking people. Like specifically women from Asian countries, but I think it's mostly like Japan. When they go to France, it like trips them out so hard that it sucks so bad that they get this shit called Paris syndrome.
Wait, who does?
It's mostly Japanese women, but it's a lot in like Asia. So they have this whole like romanticized idea of like Paris.
It's just like, yeah, it's not.
And they get there and it's like shitty and like everyone's rude.
Yeah, that's how it was when I first went there.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool, but it was just like only parts of it are like really nice or like what you would expect, like when you see the romanticized version of it in the movies and shit.
Well, like, I grew up in America when 9/11 happened and France didn't want to rock with us when we were going to war.
And we decided that French fries were called freedom fries.
Remember that shit?
Rightfully so.
Yeah. There was that whole period of time.
I still call them that.
Yeah. In my mind, France had already sucked. You know what I mean? Because I was indoctrinated and brainwashed. Yeah. So it was just like France. Remember they used to talk all this shit and they would like hate on them. Freedom fries was like a funny time period. That shit was weird, bro.
Dude, yeah. I mean, it's kind of shit was pretty much has been this shitty.
Yeah.
And prejudice
forever,
for a while.
Man.
Yeah.
Literally from
it's weird that
the dawn of America.
Everyone just thinks like it got even worse. Or it got worse, which maybe it did, but
it just picked up again. It lulled a little during Obama because fools was getting money. Nobody had time to be racist.
But during Bush, it was like
it was bad.
Pretty similar to now.
Yeah, there was a bunch of fools getting shot. Like, but to the people, like back to the people that we can't really say their name. I think they're called Roma. But my dad had a homie whose nickname was Gypsy. And this, my apologies. I'm not trying to get canceled.
That was the word.
He was a real Roma from out here, though. He lived in like the San Fernando Valley. Mm-hmm. One time I pulled up to my dad's house and he was like, oh, hey, this is my homie Gypsy. And then he was like, yo, Gypsy, tell him. Once again, I'm apologize. I'm just phrasing it. I'm like quoting fucking rest in peace, my dad. So I fuck with Roma people. They're chill. Sorry for using that word.
Is that the like technical
Yeah,
term?
I think it's Roma. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I'll correct myself, But then he was like, yo, tell him, like, teach him some of your culture, like your customs. So I was like, oh, teach him how to do magic. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, oh yeah, what's up? Like, what can you tell me? He's like, he was
stealing?
like, you take no, imagine, teach me how to steal, how to apply bracelets on people without them noticing.
Taking someone's wallet out of their pants.
Nah, he told us, he was like, oh, if you have a dream and you want it to come true, he was like, you write it on a piece of paper and you fold it up and you put it in your shoe and you wear it in your shoe every time until it comes true. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I never saw him again after that point, but that's a trip, right?
Yeah, that actually worked for me.
Yeah.
I always wanted a podcast, so I wrote it on my shoe.
You wrote it in your shoe, and then you put it in your shoe. Yeah, and it worked out.
And look at us now, 3 episodes in.
Yeah, sick with it, fool. But yeah, everything's been kind of shitty in America.
Speaking of like that type of actually not even really. But what's up with the Hotel Cecil?
Oh yeah, we should talk about
documentary.
That. That shit's crazy. I haven't seen it yet.
It's crazy because I guess that shit was built in like the fucking like 1920 or something like that. Yeah. And I guess it's just always been a place for like transient people, and like just like it's always been kind of like on the sketchy side.
Yeah, remember we watched that documentary like a year ago. It was like a year ago. We were like drinking and we seen that shit. And this is how every great story starts with us. We were drinking and we were drinking.
And we were talking
about something. But no, we watched the fucking shit on the Cecil for no reason. I don't even know why we were watching that shit.
It was like that Discovery Channel kind of shit.
Yeah. And it was like, dude, there's been like all these murders. And like people, like Richard Ramirez was there, the Elisa Lam, which I think that's the most recent, most
the Richard
famous
Ramirez shit, so they were talking about this in the Netflix thing, and they were talking about he would come home after doing like crazy murders and all this other wild shit he was doing. He would come home and his clothes would be all bloodied. So he'd go into the back alley right there behind the Cecil, and he'd just throw away his clothes, and then he would just walk up to the room like in his underwear, and like it was such a crazy. Like, it was like the crazy ass people there. Like, so no one really thought anything of it because there was all this wild shit going on. Apparently, it was like a haven for like prostitutes, drug addicts, people that just got out of jail and shit. Because it was like, because I didn't even know that they had like, you could order, or you could buy rooms weekly there. So like it was like a solution for people that couldn't do background checks, or like didn't have fucking pay stubs and shit like that. So it became a haven for like shit like that.
There's a lot of places like that in LA.
Yeah, the whole Elisa Lam though shit is they had rebranded it to Stay on Main, which is like what it is now, and they branded it as like a youth like a hip youth hostel.
Yeah,
but they separated it too, so there was still the Hotel Cecil. Yeah, and then there was Stay on Main, and Hotel Cecil was for all the like permanent residents, all the skids, and like all the fucking like weirder fucking transient kind of people that were staying there would stay in the Hotel Cecil. But I guess there was like the thing is that the elevator for both of them were shared, because Stay on Main was like the first like 5 or 6 floors, and then Hotel Cecil was the rest from the top. But apparently like some dude in the documentary was like, he's like, the higher you go up there, like it's like the crazier shit. It's like really? Going down.
That's rough. I've stayed in one of those hotels before. One time my friend was like, I don't know what the hotel was, but he was like, I accidentally got a hotel in downtown. And I was drinking with him one night, and then I guess he was gonna have some girl come over his house. So then he was like, "You could go and stay there if you want." And I was like, "Sure, dude. I don't want to get a DUI." But it was
into
weird.
The hotel,
not in the Cecil, but in another one. Yeah, it was like similar to that. It was literally, it felt like an apartment, like a shitty apartment though.
Yeah, they have like, those are all over Skid Row. Those like old hotels.
It wasn't even in Skid Row. You know where it was? It was like off like Los Angeles. But it was fucking close enough. Yeah. Dude, there's some weird buildings in downtown, man. Like, when I was young, we used to go over there. It was like a no-go zone, bro. Like, it was rough, like really rough. Like, I remember one time I went to Disneyland and we took the bus back home. Like, we took the bus there and we took the bus back home, but it got too dark. So we got dropped off in downtown, and we were kind of stuck because the other bus wasn't coming. So we had to like call from a payphone for somebody to come pick us up.
Yeah.
man, that shit was wild, scary, bro. It was like dumbass dark, and then just crazy drunk, crazy fools just walking around all over the fucking
When was
place.
this?
It's probably like 90 some shit, like 94,
okay.
95 around there. Like early to mid 90s when downtown was like a shithole.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I had really ever gone out to downtown till like the early 2000s.
That's when I started.
I mean,
going,
I probably had, but like not.
Oh,
like,
I got a cool story actually about the time I saw a ghost in downtown.
Let's go.
It was like 2001. I went to go see Union 13. You remember that band from Boyle Heights? I went to go see Union 13 in like.
This is like a ska band, right?
Nah, they were punk, but they had some ska elements. They played at Boyle Heights.
So you're wearing your fedora.
I was wearing my fedora. I was dressed like a metalhead back in those days. But these fools, like, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the Smell to go see a show. And this is my first time going to the Smell. And I was wearing checkered Vans. And my homies didn't want to take me all the way to the Smell, even though it was on the way down. They dropped me off in Chinatown. And back then, this was like the edges of Chinatown by Union Station. So you know all those buildings that are like at the end of like Chinatown now, where there's like all these apartments and
where there's like that CVS or whatever with the crazy
like none of that
apartment.
None of that shit was there. So like there was like old apartments. It was like old shitty skid apartments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And started walking. I was like, fuck it, I'll just walk down fucking Spring and shit, and then I'll ask around because I didn't know how to get to Smell. This was before GPS and smartphones and shit. I didn't even have a cell phone at that time.
Dude, I used to get so confused trying to get there back in the day.
It was in an alley. Yeah.
So I had to like figure out where the fuck like which alley it was. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, dude, I fucking. Same shit happened, but by the way, you say that, so I'm going and I get lost. You know where that 100 building is, right next to it, that big ass building? Mm-hmm. I get over there and it was just a construction site, and then I looked down the street and it was dark as hell, and there was just random fools, and I was like, I'm not going over there. That shit it screams danger to me. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go this way, and then I just see like an old big lady with white gray hair shuffling around kind of, and so I'm starting to walk slow because she was like something about her vibe was very spooky, you know. So I'm just walking, I let her turn the corner, and I was like, I'll just walk slow, and I pull up, I walk up to the corner, boom, nobody's there, completely gone. Yeah,
that's crazy. I don't believe in ghosts, but what made it look like a ghost? Like, was it like your typical ghost where it was like semi-transparent, like opaque?
It wasn't even what she looked like. It was the fact that she completely disappeared. And it's like,
was she like opaque, or she looked like a fucking?
No, she looked like a human, but just white. Like
it was like covered in powder.
No, it almost just like she almost didn't have color. You feel me? Like when you watch a black and white TV, she was
like
almost
the little
like
kid from the Chris Angel intro.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But it was a trip because
black and white.
It didn't look that weird because it was at night, and then I was like, I didn't really think too much of it. But the fact that I got to the corner and she was gone, that's the part that's tripping me out.
Here's my theory.
What do you think? Do you think that she like just hid somewhere, like in a fucking
maybe that? But like, I don't really believe in ghosts. But I was gonna say like, my homie had a room inside the Cecil Hotel.
Oh yeah,
one time, and I went in there. Just to like link up with him or whatever before we went to do whatever we were gonna do.
Yeah.
And I went in there, but I already knew about like stories about it. So I did get a weird vibe when I was in there.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I'll ask you the question. But my theory, or like I have a question I'll ask you at the end of this. My theory is that I don't think I would have felt weird about being in the Cecil Hotel unless I had like, if I didn't have any preconceived things. So I don't know if maybe like you were kind of like, were you scared at all? Or are you like not
I
like
was
scared,
weirded out.
but like not like, but did you have like a weird feeling like you were like, oh, this is kind of creepy and weird down here, and
when
then you saw that
lady,
or you saw the lady and then you felt that?
Well, I mean, like I used to walk around a lot, and like I mean, like to attest, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Downtown back in those days was rough. So for me, it was more like, damn, fool, like I'm not trying to get mugged or like beat up or any of that shit or stabbed, you know?
But
like,
you think that contributed to you seeing that shit and
that
being
shit
kind of
it just had me on alert. I was just like, I knew what streets to avoid. I knew who to like kind of move around from. But when I seen her, it just some weird about it, because I was like, either she's like a weird, crazy bum or I don't know what she got going on. She looks weird.
Yeah.
So when I got to the corner, boom, she's gone. Yeah, and I wasn't that far away from her. I was probably like maybe at most like 20 yards or maybe a little less than that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that like super far. It wasn't like I was like a fucking half a mile away. I was pretty close. And when I got up there, there was all those skate apartments, and then they had like stoops. So then I was like, bro, what the fuck? Where did she go? So then I started like peeking.
Is she gonna come jump out on you or some shit?
I started peeking across every stoop, and then it was nothing. Unless she like randomly, quickly got into a house over there, you know? Like just quickly fucking opened the door and closed it and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't believe in ghosts. I've just never seen any myself.
That's my only experience. Where
it also reminds me. Sorry. It also reminds me of like those fucking urban legend type spots. I'm sure everyone
let's talk about those.
Yeah, probably has some like local urban legend place that's supposed to be haunted. Like I know out here in Southern California, it's like we have the abandoned mental asylum in Downey. You got Turnbull Canyon, back where I went to high school, there's Black Star Canyon. They all kind of have the same story of like it's haunted, or it's like on Indian burial ground.
It's the same story every time.
Or it's like the gates to hell are right there, or fucking, you know.
Let's run down some of this. Let's start with the Downey one. So I know a little bit of background on this one.
I don't know too much. I just know like now that it's like a military test site or something.
I got some details on it. So essentially, there's one building that's older that was a mental hospital, like a what do they call those? Like
shock therapy?
No, an asylum. It was like an asylum, and mental asylum. The other building, which is a smaller.
An asylum is for the criminally insane,
kind of, or just insane in general. Like I guess by back in the day standards. So you know, fools that are bipolar, schizophrenic, like anything like that. People who they would lobotomize essentially. Yeah. So like the older building, the one that got abandoned sooner, because I think some damage happened to it. I don't know if it caught on fire. Jeff, did that one catch on fire? The asylum? I don't know. We don't know what happened to it, but it was abandoned earlier.
See, I don't think that there's much like actual. Well, it's all just hearsay. I feel like.
Well, no, there's details on that. You have to read it up. But then, all right, so check it out. There's the second building that is more accessible. It's a physical rehabilitation center that was abandoned in the 80s, but it was like quickly abandoned. And this is the weird thing about it, is that the power is still running there. So like lights, electricity, there's like fridges in there for like who God knows what, you know what I mean? We went in there one night. Jeff went in there a bunch of times, or you went in there a couple times, so not a bunch of times.
Just a couple.
Yeah, and then
you guys got like paperwork and files and shit.
Yeah, like what we do, we like made 7 inches on it.
Yeah, it made 7 inches on it. Yeah,
that's hard.
And all the files was like the patient seems lethargic or shit like that. And it would have like little notes on them. And
I had that one page 99 7-inch. You remember that one? And it had like it came in like a fucking like bubble wrap like thing, and it had like a little like file in it, and it also came with like a little slide of like a dead body.
Oh yeah, that's
like
wild.
The slide that you could put in the projector.
Shit, like we found shit like that. I found a film.
It was like the sickest package 7-inch.
I found a film roll of a lady who I threw it away eventually because it freaked me out having it, and I remember I was just like creeped out by the fact that I still had it. But it was like a large film roll of a woman in an empty room, like with a walker, just like. Or those like weird, remember those weird like paraplegic kind of things that they used to wear, like rock in like in the 50s and 60s? And it was just her walking around in underwear in like an empty room with those fucking things on. And I was like so freaked out by it that eventually I just threw it away because weird shit was happening. I'm superstitious because I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
So like weird shit was happening. And then I was like, I'm getting rid of this.
Yeah.
And when I got rid of it, I felt better.
Yeah. That goes back to kind of what I was saying. Like, I feel like it's like almost like manifesting like what
I put shit on it.
But that's sort of what I think about like the ghost shit. But
dude, check this out. Like, okay, this story gets crazier for the Downey Mental Asylum. A lot of people in Southern California know about this place. So if you're from SoCal, you probably already know. If you're from other parts of the country, it's your first time hearing it. But yeah, it's just a weird place where we used to go. Cholos would go and kick it at, and taggers, and just like general miscreants, punk rockers would break in there and then just kind of like drink beer or like do random shit in there and tag, like do graffiti.
I feel like that's the same like with Turnbull Canyon had the same type of people would go there.
In like 2007, I want to say though, like the military took it over and they started running sweeping drills over there because they were going to war in Iraq and shit. And somebody during a training exercise found a fridge that had fucking body parts and organs in it still. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, you know, amputees and shit. And that's how much in a hurry they were when they dipped out of there. They just fucking left everything.
And they were frozen, you said?
Yeah, they were like in a fridge, like just fucking well preserved, everything. Like,
damn, I would have taken an arm home. Or
imagine if we had found the body parts.
Imagine if y'all took like an arm home.
It's so big though,
like
and some
what if y'all ate it?
No, come on, some Army Hammer shit.
Yeah, back scratcher. That'd be sick.
That would have been pretty sick, actually, as a back scratcher. Well, then let's talk about what's the Turnbull Canyon shit. All right, let's go down the list. It was like KKK.
Yeah, which
ghost sightings.
Yeah,
beasts.
Native American burial land.
Native American burial land.
Or like they got like a bunch of Native Americans got slaughtered there.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like
yeah, and then there was Gates of Hell.
Is that what burial ground means?
No, this one was. Yeah, there was a Native American slaughter there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a burial ground. It was.
I think there was like also some dude, like a farmer dude or some shit.
I know that there's
like
supposedly an orphanage there.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one, right? There was an orphanage that burned down.
Yeah, Gates to Hell.
Gates to Hell.
Which is so dumb.
It was just literally a regular gate, right? But they said that like weird shit would happen.
Do not trespass gate or something.
Yeah, if you watch the videos, they're like
not Satan swag at all.
No, it's not. When people told me about that shit, I imagined like some big ass crazy gate, but it was not. It was like literally just a regular gate.
Very like ornate.
Yeah, like a big ass brick gate. People said they've seen KKK up there, and then there's people
like burning crosses up there.
Yeah, burning crosses. That's the main. That's the one that everyone always says.
The people that guard it, that have guns and shit, and supposedly, and like that,
they don't want you up there.
Yeah, and like if you go up there, they're gonna come at you with like shotguns. Oh my god!
Yeah, that's the number one shit people always say that they want. They're like shooting at you and shit. Then like I've heard people drive up there and then they'll see like a beast. Like one time, the homie said that they were driving up there and they saw like, you know, the liquor from like Resident Evil. They saw it like crawl out of the woods and then it like just stood up on
they
like.
They saw a character from Resident Evil.
They said it looked like that. They said it looked like that.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah. Damn, full hater. Fucking hating ass.
I'm just kidding, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and then they said he stood up and then started walking.
It's like me being like, yeah, I went up there and I saw like
all the girls started crying and shit.
Chucky came out.
No, he described it as
know that movie Child's Play.
He said it was
like that. It was like Chucky.
That would be pretty funny. No, he said it was like a fucking. He looked similar to that. It was like an animal with no skin, and it came crawling out on all fours, and then it stood up on his feet, and then walked away. And that after that, everyone just started like freaking out, and they drove away. And shit.
That's fucking dope.
And if I saw that shit, I'd be pretty hyped. I don't think I would cry. He said everyone else was crying. I don't know. That just sounds crazy. Bro. I would love to see that
imagine
shit.
everyone just tearing up.
Yeah, just
fucking creature.
Yeah, that would be cool though. What's the one in Blackwater or Black Diamond?
Black Star.
Black Star.
It's the same shit. They're all the same story.
It's all the same story.
The coolest Southern California urban legend has got to be the little person community.
That's real.
No, it's not.
It is. In Chino, right?
I heard it was in Long Beach.
Oh, that's real. Yeah, there's one in Long Beach, the little person community, and then there's a little person village in the mountains.
And there's little houses and little.
Yeah.
No way.
You have to. My homie went. He was very disrespectful about it, and literally went to go like spectacle at the fucking little people.
Well, you should take me there.
I'm down. There's some shit called Hire Little People Delivery. I'm gonna get that for you, Chris. It's an entertainment agency, and you can hire little people that dress up. And
that's what they do. That's what all the girls on that show do, pretty much.
I would be down to support this because I feel like a lot of these fools probably need work. You know what I mean?
They do like they'll do like little Lady Gaga or like little fucking Beyonce or like little.
You know what I found the other day?
Huh?
When speaking of little people, no, I was looking through all my pictures and I found the time that we went to the Austin Powers bar.
Yeah, I just found that picture.
We had that fake mini me.
Yeah, I had the picture with the mini me impersonator I had it
That
on
shit
my
was
phone.
gas,
I just
though.
found it the other day.
Yeah, I just found that shit. Like, I was going through all my old photos and I was like, shit, dude, I forgot this. There's like a picture of Sherwin on stage with Austin Powers. I forgot that.
And
I was so
the
drunk.
Austin Powers impersonator was like singing to him.
I was blacked out, dude.
Dude, that place is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it sucked, but it was cool.
They need a fat bastard
We
impersonator.
was there too long. They do need a fat bastard person. We were there too long, bro. We was there for like 4 hours and shit. That's why it
Were
sucked.
we really?
Yeah, we showed up like at 8.
Nah,
This
you
fool
were there. You
fucking-
must have been there before me.
Yeah, this fool Sherwin didn't show
yeah,
up
he
for like
showed up
2
late.
fucking hours and shit. We're like, where the fuck is he, dude? Like, honestly, lost its novelty like 2 hours in.
Probably after like one round of drinks and like
Yeah, dude.
one picture with a mini me and then like maybe like one song from the Austin Powers impersonator.
Yeah.
The one where he said
Secret Agent
the
Man.
daddy doesn't.
Oh, Daddy doesn't
didn't
love
care.
me.
Daddy,
Daddy
didn't care.
doesn't care. They did that.
Yeah,
I
that
remember,
song
yeah.
rocks.
Well, we had to wait for that too, actually,
Yeah.
because when we got there, the Austin Powers impersonator
He
wasn't there
pulled up
yet.
in like a fucking Union Jack Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Like dead ass.
Jesus
What a
Christ.
lifestyle he
Yeah,
lives.
I have the picture right here, actually.
I'll put it up. Send it,
Yeah, he doesn't even look.
send it to me so I could put it in the.
Do you have
clip.
yours? We
Yeah,
should put
yeah.
ours in the clip.
Yeah,
actually.
just send it.
Well, the thing about the bar was that it was just like too much, dog. Like the drinks were all fucking like $17, $15 and shit. And then it was like at some point it was like, man, this vibe is very.
I really hate all sorts of theme bars. Like they're all whack as fuck.
I don't know. Some are cool.
Maybe, but like what? I don't even like Hooters is lame.
Hooters is so lame.
The
like,
theme is just boobs.
you're fucking horny if you go to Hooters, man. Like real shit. Like, what's your deal? What's your fucking problem?
I like how when you pull up to Hooters and then the waitress comes to your table, she writes her name down on a napkin. Have you ever seen?
No, that's a lie. That doesn't
I
happen.
swear to God, bro, it happened to me at least.
Wow.
Maybe she just liked me, I guess.
Fools are horny for Hooters. Now I think they do it to make it seem like you like them.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like
But
you
you
and
said it
shit.
didn't happen to you, so.
No, I don't remember, man. I've only gone.
They write their name on the napkin, like so. It's like you get the feeling of like she gave you like her number or something. Like you know what I
Hooters
mean?
is some marine activities. That's some like Monster energy drink activities. Like my friend who's a Marine, my friend fucking Alvaro, he went to the Marines and he was on leave and he came through and he was like, let's go get some wings. I was like, shit, yeah, man.
He said
Let's go get some
Hooters.
wings. And guess where we go? He takes me to Hooters, bro. And it was so burnt out. Like there was like nobody in there. I was just like, man, we're at fucking Hooters. This is so like he was stoked. He was stoked to go to Hooters. And the wings were so trash too. I was like,
Why was he
this is
stoked?
so fucking burnt. Because he's a Marine.
He just hadn't seen any
Yeah,
ladies.
he's
in
a
while.
Marine. That fool was just like greasing guns and like kicking it with shirtless dudes
Greasing
for like,
guns is that what you call
year.
it? He was doing some sus
do
activities.
what you want with that.
Greasing guns and
That's just
hanging
some
out
shit
with
that I made up.
shirtless dudes.
Yeah, shooting guns and shit. He used to tell me some crazy stories, but yeah, see, that's the kind of shit that goes on at Hooters.
I went to fucking Coyote Ugly one time.
Is
You
that a
ever
sick
been to
one?
one of those?
Nah, is it
no, they're
sick?
so whack, dude.
Damn.
I've been to 2 for some reason. The craziest shit is that I went to one in Moscow, in Russia. Mm-hmm. That one was actually cooler, but I don't really like. There's nothing really that amazing happened there. But the one I went to, there's this one in Austin on 6th Street, and I went in there, and they had one of those jukeboxes. You know, where you could pick the song from your phone.
Fuck yeah.
So I was doing that and I was picking songs and I bought a bunch of credits and I started playing some songs from that Future Young Thug like tape.
Yeah.
Dude, and then, okay, so you know how the chicks like dance on the bar or whatever?
Yeah.
They got mad because of the songs I picked because I think they were racist. But,
Probably.
they were
yeah.
getting mad and they literally turned off the jukebox on me.
And played
I had
their
like
own music.
5 songs in the queue, like all bangers. And the chick
Damn.
goes on the mic and the chick goes on the mic and she said, "This is a rock and roll bar.
Fuck
like
outta
we can't have this music playing
Wow.
here." And then they start putting on like fucking,
Racism
like,
much?
They started putting on like Screwdriver. And,
Yeah. They started
Fucking,
saying hailing.
I
They started
can't-
saying hailing and
Yeah,
shit.
I can't think of any other races.
They put on
man.
they put on a Hitler speech.
they put on Hitler reading Mein Kampf.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Like audiobook.
That shit's so funny. Do you know how often that happens? I've heard so many people tell me stories like that where they go to like a bar or like they put the jukebox on and they get all pressed because you.
Dude, it's like why
even have
a
that?
jukebox in here? Like, because the options are fucking unlimited though.
Yeah.
But it would have been mad funny. Like, what if I just started playing like some Bright Eyes or something?
Yeah.
They get all fun.
Oh man.
I'll be like, you guys said it was a rock and roll bar. I mean, there's guitars going on here.
The best type of themed bar are goth bars and goth clubs. They're so chill.
They're okay though.
They're so chill.
Did you ever go to that one that was in Hollywood?
There's like fucking which one, dude?
Blue Mondays or whatever.
I went to Blue Mondays, yeah.
That
When we were
shit's
18.
kind of burnt because it's
that's just burnt out.
50-year-old dudes
Yeah.
in like bondage.
Nah,
gear.
I'm talking about like Das Bunker.
It's like,
Did you go-
I'm good off that, bro. Yeah, I've been to Das Bunker. That one's
that one's
funny because
fucking fire.
it's like industrial. Like it's like those fools under the bridge
The top floor.
that were dancing.
That's the top floor. The bottom floor is like real goth.
Like Skinny Puppy. Or something.
Yeah, nah. Even like they have like an industrial room, and
What
then
is
they got
Skinny Puppy?
that's like industrial. Nah, the bottom is where they play like fucking like The Cure and like fucking Christian Death and shit, like
yeah.
Susie and the Banshees and all that.
That's
shit.
what Blue Mondays was like too.
Bro, it was lit, fool. Like it would be like fools in like a Nazi coat with like fucking latex on, and then it'd be like girls with like their head shaved on the sides, and they would just have like some crazy
yarn.
Yeah. And then it would just be like fucking a random fucking fat cholo. It was so sick, bro. Like, no, I'm not kidding. This shit, it was so fucking tight, and everyone was mad chill. Like, they're all nice and shit. Like, all the security guards before Jules Catch became like union, they were all like random Crip fools and shit, and like big like black lesbians and shit. And I would just be chilling with them in the back, talking to them. I was like, oh, you know, it's cool. Like, you know, how you fuck with the music they play, and they're like, yeah, it's cool. And he was like, you know, people are nice. You know, it's just they had like a really good understanding. They're like, yo, these are people who work like 40, 50 hours a week, and you know, this is their chance to unwind. So they go all out, you know, and they wear these crazy cyber boots.
They're just
and
like
shit.
work in an office normally.
They come in, and they're just like all fucking like what's that shit? Steampunked out.
With goggles.
The top floor was lit
hat
though.
with goggles around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob Zombie gear.
Top hat with
Yeah.
goggles.
The top Rob Zombie's steampunk, I just realized. That's just the whole shit. Why is
Yeah.
steampunk like industrial and goth? What's the point of steampunk?
Steampunk isn't steampunk like Wild Wild West shit, but like
Yeah.
futuristic.
It's like the movie Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I don't know why I said it called it Wild Wild West.
Yeah,
Did I just
that's
say that?
exactly the movie.
I
It's
said
like it's like the
Wild
movie.
Wild West shit mixed with
The
technology.
Wild Wild West. Remember that shit?
yeah,
Wild
that
Wild.
song. Why'd they make a steampunk movie? Look at this.
Yeah.
He just smelled the fucking dope.
He's just fucking snorting
He's like,
it.
Chiz, dude.
Bro, are they New Orleans?
Why do you smell it like that?
Those are krills, bro. It's crack. They call
Oh,
it dope.
shit.
Or it might
Anyways.
be. I don't think they would sniff fucking. Imagine this fool's like, let me smell it. It's like that fucking.
You know, it'd be a cool.
He just starts getting high. He's like, hold on, let me
Look at that gun.
let me test the fucking like the quality of this to make sure that it's actually dope. And he's just like goes back and
That
starts
was my
smoking
joke
it.
from the other night.
The other night, yeah. He was
when
like,
I was
"Oh,
talking
just-
about the stuff.
Yeah, you just start doing it.
Anyways, fucking. What was I talking about? I had a really good idea for a theme bar, and it would be like.
Steampunk bar. Hold on.
That's
This better
too.
be
That's
good.
too.
This better be good because you already laughed.
I just.
No, you
did,
have to say it now.
I actually didn't even have an idea, but I was trying to fucking just riff on one. What's your idea? Do you have one?
I would do.
I could do like a Baywatch bar, maybe with like
I would do like a
real
bar-
sand on the floor. Wouldn't that be so annoying?
I would do like a fucking you pretend to be Jewish bar and it's called bar mitzvah.
I do that.
No, I did that. I just came up with the idea. You know what's funny is that
I
somebody
thought you
fucking
said a bar. The theme of the bar is that me
No.
pretending to be Jewish. Like what?
No, this is a cultural appropriation bar.
Okay.
You pretend to be
You could
Jewish.
be any. You could be different races,
and it's
too.
called bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Were you like roll in wearing blackface?
Dude, imagine.
That's what you do.
No.
yeah. I
A
do.
fucking
I
bar
do
where
the
you roll
Jewish.
it?
I do the Jewish shit.
Why would we be doing this? Our customers would be doing this first off. It's
he's
the
getting in
fucking
the
get
trash.
canceled bar. In the 90s, they had this fucking restaurant in LA where you pull up and pretend it was called like Tinseltown or something. Do you remember that? They used to show TVs. They showed TVs.
They used to show TVs on the
commercials. It showed commercials of they like basically the premise was you rolled up and then they give you like an outfit, like a fake Hollywood like elite outfit, and then you go
Hollywood elite outfits.
and
so
then
you're just
they take pictures of you.
not
It was
even-
like fake pictures. Oh no, we couldn't went there.
they're just molesting.
Yeah. They do that fucking shit where you're just like QAnon.
What about-
You just do QAnon? That's the bar. Actually, that's the bar idea. QAnon bar.
Q bar.
Yeah, you go and you fucking stop like the Hollywood elites from draining adrenochrome. Imagine like the mixed vodka kids and shit.
No, it's like an escape room.
Yeah, it's an escape. It'll be fucking so tight.
You gotta stop the Hollywood elites from getting the adrenochrome.
Yeah, out of the kids, like you have to do it somehow.
Have you ever seen that one? I've never been there, but I heard about it. I think there's one in like Vegas maybe, but it's called Dicks. And the theme of it is that the waiters and the staff are just dicks to you.
Oh yeah.
It's like pull up and they're like, "The fuck do you want, asshole?"
Yeah. So sick. That's exactly what I want out of my fucking experiencing. I just want to be treated like a piece of shit.
I just want some like
I just want some guy to be racist to me and all that.
lower level BDSM
Yeah.
while I eat shitty ass burgers and like
Yeah.
mozzarella sticks.
In Reno, they got that one spot. It's called like the Awful Burger.
The awful waffle.
Awful Burger. And then there's that shit in Philly where you go and they just
What's
like
the
talk
awful
shit to
waffle again?
you. What is the Awful Waffle?
I think it's when it's like a prank that happens to you at summer camp.
What? I've never been to summer
Where
camp.
I haven't either. But they take a fucking tennis racket and they hit you in the stomach with it until the little lines are indented into your
Nice.
skin.
Awful waffle.
And then they put syrup on yours on it.
You made this shit up, fool. That's not real.
I don't know.
You just made that shit up. I believed it for like a second. It was believable until you said the syrup shit. He
syrup-
believed it too.
The syrup makes it a waffle.
Fucking bully. Think about that.
He fucking just kept going too. I had to stop him because he was gonna go even further. He was gonna make up more shit.
And then you jizz on it.
Nah, that's gross.
All you do is spend your days
Thinking, yeah, I just think about this all the time.
We used to play some violent games, man. We used to play, what was that shit called?
Smear the
Suicide?
Queer.
Yeah, Smear the Queer. That's super unwoke, by the way. That shit's, why was it called Smear the Queer and who invented that?
I don't know.
A white man. I'll tell you who.
I didn't
It
have
was a white
nothing to
man.
do with that.
That's right, fool.
I told him at recess, I was like, I can't play that game. You guys are gonna kill me.
It's gonna come back to haunt you, dude.
No, they're gonna kill me because I'm
Oh yeah, true.
'cause I'm
Dude,
gay.
that shit was violent though. Like, what was it? Like, you would throw the ball, and then if you didn't bounce it back, everyone ran and just started punching the shit out of you.
Yeah, I forgot what that one's called.
Why was it called Suicide though?
I feel like all those games like were regionally or like even just school by school had different names.
Yeah,
like,
for real, huh?
depending on-
Yeah, everyone had their own name for it.
Fucking canyon.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like those like that's weird how that happens. Like kids always know about all the same shit.
Yeah, it just because
I wonder if those
it just
games still
spreads.
exist now though.
It spreads.
You think kids are
Fuck
still
no,
playing?
dude.
They're
Kids
playing
do
Fortnite.
not do any type. They're doing Fortnite. They're playing
dances.
Fortnite dances and shit. They don't do any type of
what they
physical
play.
activity anymore.
What? Oh man.
Nah, we was fist fighting, fucking using slurs,
Pogs,
pogs,
marbles,
slurs, fucking
Pokemon cards, slurs.
slurs, more like racial and like gender slurs, sexual slurs, and then fucking Sailor Moon and Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically my fucking childhood right there. Abuse, like physical abuse, racial and like gender slurs, and then like Pokemon, Pogs, and Sailor Moon, and then DBZ on Saturdays.
DBZ.
DBZ on Saturdays in the morning. I used to
DBZ
fucking
was
love
on
Sailor
every day.
Moon.
And reciting the Wu-Tang skit.
Oh, reciting the
The
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take your nuts.
I'm gonna take your nuts.
Just your nuts.
Well, first off, why is he taking his nuts?
All right, motherfuckers. This is another episode of Planet Dumb. go to patreon.com/planetdumb, get you your episodes 1 week early, and you could also get bonus content. Good night.